What's up guys, Mickle here, and there's a lot of talk going around the XRP community right now that the reason Ripple did not include XRP in their Liquidity Hub product is because they're actually doing worse in the Ripple SEC case than they thought they were going to. In this video, I want to share with you why I think that's actually the furthest thing from the truth. I want to show you the real reason Ripple is not including XRP in their Liquidity Hub product, because I actually came across something fascinating and I think it is on the money and the real reason they did not include XRP. I also want to share with you why Ripple is actually doing much better than originally anticipated against the SEC. Jeremy Hogan just dropped a brand new tweet thread, and if you have not seen it yet, I think it's going to make you even more confident than ever that XRP will never be declared a security. Last of all, at the end of the video, I want to talk about something that does not get enough attention, and that is why the consensus mechanism behind the XRP ledger is one of the best consensus mechanisms out there. This does not get a lot of attention, and if you're sitting there thinking right now, hey, I really don't know anything about its consensus mechanism, make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see that. I think you're going to learn something very important. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. Make sure if you haven't already, you hit the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. It's going to help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a good place to buy some XRP or the Flare token, make sure to check out my favorite exchange Uphold down in the description of this video. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So I want to start out this video and just break up the FUD that is going around everywhere right now, and that is that Ripple did not include XRP in their Liquidity Hub product because they think they're going to lose the Ripple SEC case. Well, after we go over what John Deaton had to say, I want to share with you the real reason why I think Ripple did not include XRP in this product, and I think you guys are going to understand that it was actually a very smart move in making sure they beat the SEC. But I want to start off and just show you what John Deaton said, because this is going to break up a lot of the rumors. He said XRP not being listed in Ripple's Liquidity Hub product means absolutely nothing regarding the case. It does not mean that the case has already been decided and Ripple lost, or they suspect bad news is coming. It's called Liquidity Hub. How liquid is XRP in the United States? And what John Deaton is saying right here is a lot of the customers using Ripple's Liquidity Hub are likely going to be in the US, or at least have ties to the United States. If XRP isn't trading in the US right now, and most of the companies in the US can't really touch XRP without getting in trouble with the SEC, why would Ripple launch this product including XRP? It's just going to put some businesses out there in an awkward situation where they're going to have to come back at Ripple and say, hey, we actually would prefer if XRP wasn't in this product just to make sure we are keeping our distance from the SEC. Now, you might think that logic is absolutely insane and doesn't make sense. But at the end of the day, these customers have to file quarterly reports to the SEC, and everyone's terrified of the SEC. Everyone wants to be as conservative as possible, stay away from any points of controversy, so if that means just asking Ripple, hey, can you make sure we don't have any access to XRP? Ripple is going to make sure those customers are getting what they need. At the end of the day, Ripple needs to do what's best for them. And right now, if that means launching a product without XRP in it, and then adding XRP once it has the clarity, well, that makes the most sense going forward. Now, I want to share with you something that's going to seem a little unrelated to what we are just talking about, but I'm going to tie it back in, and it's going to give you a really good understanding for another reason, and I think a very significant reason why Ripple did not include XRP in the Liquidity Hub product. So Jeremy Hogan a couple days ago, and this was absolutely outstanding, was putting out a tweet thread why he thinks XRP will not be declared a security, and one of the points he made was absolutely fantastic. He said, finally, the SEC's own expert admitted that most XRP price movement since 2018 has no relation to anything Ripple does. For those reasons, the overwhelming majority of the evidence is that XRP purchasers did not rely on the efforts of Ripple. No reasonable juror could possibly view the evidence presented by the SEC and come to the conclusion that the SEC met its burden of proof on prong 3 of the Howey test. Therefore, Ripple should win. Thanks for reading. And what Jeremy Hogan is saying here, and this is so important, is the SEC was already kind of forced to give up, arguing one of the prongs of the Howey test. The entire case the SEC brought was based around the Howey test. It was based around how the SEC thought XRP met the Howey test. But what we already know from watching this entire case play out is the SEC was unable to argue one of the points. Their own expert couldn't find any evidence that XRP moved on Ripple's announcements, and that is absolutely critical in proving that XRP holders were relying on Ripple to increase the price of their XRP. So with that said, you're probably sitting there saying, oh, well, that's a pretty big win. It looks like XRP probably won't be a security. And I completely agree with that. But how does that tie into Liquidity Hub? Well, like I just said, we don't want Ripple increasing the price of XRP with announcements. That would be a bad look. Half this case, or a major prong of this case, is showing the court, hey, XRP is independent of Ripple. So a dingo ate my XRP tweeted out, and what an awesome name, a note on the Liquidity Hub controversy. If you're launching a product during a massive lawsuit with the SEC, and your entire case rides on the fact that XRP is independent of the company Ripple, you're probably not going to want to launch products halfway through the case where Ripple is directly increasing the utility of XRP. Ripple's whole goal in the ongoing SEC case is really to make themselves look independent of XRP. And even though this case is wrapping up, and even though Ripple has already done an outstanding job of doing this, they just want to make sure during this case they're ultra conservative. What is better evidence that Ripple is independent of XRP than launching a product that doesn't even include XRP? It includes other cryptocurrencies. And this is exactly to Ripple's whole point. Ripple, the company, owns a lot of XRP. They use XRP because it's a great digital asset. But they can use other cryptocurrencies. There's nothing saying Ripple only has to use XRP. They're launching a product right now that doesn't even have XRP in it. What is better proof out there that Ripple doesn't have any obligation to XRP? There's no investment contract. Ripple is showing the SEC, hey, we're using Bitcoin. Does that make it a security of us? Hey, we're using Ethereum. Does that make it a security of us? And this just plays perfectly into their case, and a dingo ate my XRP nails it here. At the end of the day, if XRP isn't in Liquidity Hub for 4 months, no one's going to remember that. In 10 years from now, if Liquidity Hub is still a product, no one is going to remember the 4 months XRP was not in it. But what the judge in this case might look at, or what the SEC might look at on an appeal, is the fact that, hey, Ripple's launching products that don't even have XRP in it. They're using other cryptocurrencies. How can we possibly make the point that XRP is a security of Ripple because they're using it if Ripple is also using these other cryptocurrencies that clearly have no relation to Ripple? At the end of the day, what I'm really trying to show you is that both Ripple and the other companies using Ripple's products just have to be ultra conservative right now. It doesn't make sense for XRP to be on the verge of getting clarity and for them to all be taking these massive risks. They're going to keep being conservative. They're going to make sure that the SEC doesn't have anything to use against them. And I think that is exactly what we're watching right now. And I think in a couple months, when XRP is declared not a security and Ripple is out of the grasp of the SEC, we are going to see XRP added to Liquidity Hub instantaneously, and we're going to look back on these days where everyone is freaking out and just say, yep, that was all FUD. And I want to finish this video off and quickly talk about something that does not get nearly enough attention from the XRP community, and that is the consensus mechanism behind XRP. Stephen Hubert, who I think is one of the smartest people in the XRP community, tweeted out, I don't hold XRP because of Ripple, but because of the Federated Byzantine Agreement. Now, consensus mechanisms are very complicated, and I would be lying if I told you guys I was an expert on this topic, but essentially Bitcoin uses proof of work, miners mine blocks to use electricity to secure the blockchain. In Ethereum, it now uses proof of stake, where essentially people hold ETH to secure the blockchain. But XRP is very different, and the main difference is there is no value securing the protocol. Essentially, in a very simple explanation, obviously I only have 1 minute left in this video, I'm not going to go in depth, but essentially the XRP ledger is essentially just a bunch of nodes agreeing on the history of the XRP ledger. They're all agreeing on transactions. But there's no monetary value behind agreeing with each transaction. There's no specific value behind confirming a transaction. Ethereum has a serious problem called front running. Essentially, if you're willing to pay more, you can jump the line in the consensus mechanism. That can't happen on the XRP ledger, and the fundamental difference between XRP and a lot of these other blockchains out there is there is no value securing the consensus. This is so critical to understand because most people don't even think about stuff like this. Most people don't even think about that you can't run an enterprise system on Ethereum if all the biggest companies can just front run everyone by paying more. That kind of system is never going to work. The XRP ledger works so well because it's neutral and there is no monetary incentive to cheat the system. And you might be wondering, if the XRP ledger doesn't have a monetary incentive, then why would people keep supporting the XRP ledger? Why would nodes keep on running on it? And it's the simple fact that everyone using the XRP ledger will help contribute to make it work better because everyone wants the XRP ledger to work. All these other blockchains try to reward people for using the network, but at the end of the day, if a network is valuable, people will support it simply to make sure the network keeps running into the future. Now, this is a fundamental difference between XRP and a lot of the other blockchains out there, but I, like Stephen Hubert, think this is actually going to be a massive reason why XRP succeeds over a lot of other chains out there. Now, obviously, this wasn't super in-depth, and if you guys want, I can do more on this subject. I just wanted to give you guys kind of an introduction on exactly why this is such a big benefit for XRP, because I don't think a lot of people even think about stuff like this, and it is going to be critical to making sure XRP is positioned perfectly to help build the new financial system. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much, and for now, Mickle out.